Boosie is an American rapper who is quite controversial, and to some of us, sometimes very funny. We like him because he can keep it real, but we like him also because he's controversial. He says things that many people are thinking but are afraid to say. And this is not, 1982, where it's okay to speak out on things such as, LGBTQ or sexuality. And most people who were alive in 1982 and that are alive now, are pretty used to somebody, being bisexual or being gay. But not Boosie. He even comes after people specifically for, having a preference for being gay. For example, there is the Dwyane Wade, Gabrielle Union situation. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. There's a lot of different things going on. There's also the Lil Nas X situation that goes on. And of course, he's come to blows with these people over the sexuality. He even talks about how there is an agenda to expose people to homosexuality in hip hop. And a lot of times it's even considered to be homophobic. Now, I want to play this clip of Boosie coming after somebody for their own sexuality. And this is not Boosie saying it directly, but this is something that that Boosie's known for. Let's play that clip.
Boosie fired back at Gabrielle Union for implying that he could be secretly yo. Now, I will say from Union's side, this should be a normal situation where she shouldn't be calling people out. From Boosie's side, from the homophobics, they usually get butthurts with the situation. Follow, stay updated, and let's see what they said back and forth. If she started off with the statement, you got a lot of D-I-C-K on your mind, she went cray. Apparently, Zaya and Lil Nas X lives rent-free in his head. Is there something you want to go ahead and tell us, my boy? Gabrielle Union is petty, but I like the way she came at him. Boosie had to let the world know he loves women, threw shots at her hubby, flaming their status of power couple, and claims he hasn't talking about them in interviews, but has Zaya in his head rent-free. I think Gabrielle Union wins this battle. What do you guys think?
So, that kind of gives you an idea. Now, Boosie has a young daughter, who just had a birthday, it appears. And of course, Boosie is the ultimate parent, always criticizing others for how they raise their children. But now, Boosie's daughter, has just come out as gay. And how do we know this? She posts this picture. Blank, endlessly in love with you. Now, let's look at her Instagram page, which is, let's look at some of the photos here. So you see her in the jeans. She's flipping somebody off. The pose, the money. Now, if she's not, gay, she's definitely bisexual. And of course, people are laughing at Boosie and they're making fun of him. They're saying this is what he gets and all of this. And I'm not going to talk about that, right? But I want to talk about something. Sometimes we are too concerned with what other people are doing and not so concerned with what happens in our own childhood, our own families, our own kids. And one of the things that, I've read, and again, I don't know how true this is, but children, if it's about being gay, you're more likely to be gay by some studies if you grow up without both parents in the house. Now, obviously, can you grow up gay with your mom and your dad? Absolutely. But are you more than likely to do that if both parents aren't there? There's some evidence that will show that the likelihood of that happening is less. But Boosie, he's not a man that's married. Boosie don't want to marry his baby mamas. He don't care about them like that. He has kids, but he's not involved. He's, at best, what I would consider, Boosie's a part-time dad. I mean, he'll come through and show money and stuff like that. But Boosie is not committed to nobody's mother. He's not committed to the kids like that. He's just not. And so if his child turns out to be somebody he's not, or what he doesn't like, his daughter Poison Ivy, who's to be to blame here if you're upset? The reality is that these guys who have all these kids, Nick Cannon, Boosie, You're not there in your kid's life like you should be. All right. And I believe his daughter is like 21 years old. So she's old. And here's the situation. I think he's always known this. He's always known this. You know, parents know when you are a person, you know, that, and again, people want to act like nobody knows, but almost in every family, your mom knows if you don't have a boyfriend, if you're a girl or a girlfriend or something like that. All right. Vice versa. Boosie knows and is always knew what his daughter's sexuality is or proclivity is. Yet he's the one talking about Lil Nas's ex proclivities, or he's talking about, you know, Dwyane Wade's son, Zion Wade, or Zaya Wade. He's talking about that. It's more important to focus on your own daughter, who's also in the same light, in the same sexuality as that. Now, for Boosie, on his defense, he would prefer that situation be, let's say, for example, you know, you're old enough to make your own decisions. That's fine. And again, I don't think that Boosie, you know, hates anybody in the LGBTQ, but it makes him look like a hypocrite. Your own daughter is also participating in that. And, you know, you said it's the hip hop agenda to take over your kids and, you know, let's say promote a certain sexuality. Well, you're the parent. How do you fall victim to that? Okay. And either there is no agenda or there is an agenda and you're not a strong enough parent to stop the agenda. And again, people should realize what's going on with your own kids. What's going on in your own life. You know, I used to sometimes worry about what was going on in, you know, my community. It was a lot of single parents in our community and stuff like that, and a lot of stuff. And I used to talk about them. I would criticize some of the crime, a lot of the crime going on, a lot of the poverty going on. Our house I got broken into around 5 times, right? I was really pissed off, seriously. So I used to be mad about that. Instead of worrying about, you know what, O'Shea, what can I do myself to get the hell out of here, such that I never got to come back, such that I never need to live here no more, such that I can go somewhere and be okay. What can I do to impact my own self? And you'll notice that when you worry about what you got going on in your own self, if you want to be whatever you want to be, I don't care. You want to be straight, it's your business. You want to be gay, it's your business. I'm worried about what I'm doing. And too many times in society, we're worried about what other people are doing and not worried about what we're supposed to be doing. Worry about yourself. Do what you need to do. Instead of, you end up looking like a fool because as you was making fun of somebody else in your own house. This is what's going on with you. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.